Hey, welcome to the next episode of Veterans Rant, Rattle, and Roll. I'm Sergeant First Class Retired David O. Parker, and today I'm going to have some fun, I guarantee, talking to former Sergeant Craig Kain. Hey, Craig, how you doing, buddy?
Not too bad, David. How are you?
I can't complain because, as we all know, if I do, my wife tells me to shut the hell up.
Damn right.
So, over the last few days I've been watching websites and I've been watching some statistics, and we lost a whole bunch of more to the 22. It's really getting frustrating, but that's what we're here about, trying to build a community where people can connect. So tell us, how are you connected to this community? What brought you into the military? What'd you do?
I was 4th Battalion, 31st Infantry, 2nd Brigade Combat Team out of 10th Mountain Division in Fort Drum, New York. So
not the polar bears.
Yep. I actually was doing some laundry and I found my old polar bear PT shirt from Headhunters.
Wow.
So, still fits. A little tighter on the stomach, but still fits.
I don't think I can say that.
Infantry, obviously. So if you follow the 431 stuff, but joined in 2006, got out 2012, 2 deployments, both Iraq. So.
Cool. What made you decide to go in the Army? You woke up one day and said, I want to wear BDUs or ACUs or whatever uniform it was?
Got issued BDUs and then got those taken away a week later and said, here, wear these pajama-looking things. So I was actually out running one day after high school and joined when I was 18 and saw a bunch of green guys running around, and I was already on mile like 2 or 3, and I just jumped in with them, ran for another 6 with them, and then ran 2 or 3 miles back home. And then, I don't know, did a little bit of research, found some stuff online, talked to my aunt, talked to my uncles who are Army, Air Force, and they kind of gave me the goods, the bads, and 2 months later, I was on a plane to basic training.
Who are these people you jumped in with? Were they ROTC or what were they?
No, so it was the recruiters. They were out running with potential candidates, and I don't know if it was like delayed entry guys that were just waiting for their bus ride to the airport or what the hell it was. I just jumped in with, 10, 12 people, and
I didn't know recruiters could run 6 miles.
I didn't know recruiters could run.
Okay, well, I guess I just lost all the recruiters that are going to watch this from now on. Oh, well, they'll get over it. Great. So you went for a good run, and then bada boom, bada bing, you're in, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yep. And then first airplane ride was to Fort Benning, Georgia.
Home of the infantry.
Oh, yeah. Sand Hill. Gotta love it.
Well, I'm a little older than that. Mine was not Sand Hill, but they're not talking about me. Cool. So that's how you came in. You got it. You were in for 6 years, 11 Bravo. What else did you do? Anything else? Anything cool?
Sniper school. Went to Pathfinder.
Went to Pathfinder?
Yeah, I went to Pathfinder. I double no-go on sling load 8 days before we were supposed to finish.
Isn't that like the number one killer is the stupid sling load?
Oh, yeah.
Because, everybody that goes to air assault school and to set anything up, they got to have the Pathfinder hook up their tank.
Yep.
Sniper school, which one did you go to?
What's that?
Which sniper school did you go to?
I went to the one in Arkansas. I don't remember the name of it, but it was the National Guard one. Benning one was full, Marine one was full. So I think you were actually one that was helping me out with the paperwork and getting me there when you were in S3.
I don't know about all that, but okay. Some of us every now and then try to do our job. Anyway.
Some of them do. Most of them get sidetracked.
That's true. That's very, very true. Yeah, those were some 2000, when I got back to 431, 2008 through 11 was weird because platoon sergeant, S3, platoon sergeant, WTU, S3. Yeah. I mean, I'm like, what do you mean I'm going to the WTU? You're going to be the S3. What? There's an S3 in a warrior transition unit? But there was, and it was an interesting job. I used to have the ID hanging here on my board because it made me laugh, because I'm like, what operations other than in surgery is the WTU need? Anyway, bunny trail, just run on down the road.
All right, so the funny part.
Or the mad part, or the sad part, obviously you did 6 years, which is cool. It's all good. But was there anything during that 6 years that you want to rant about? It could be good, bad, sad, mad, crazy, doesn't make a difference.
I don't know. My biggest complaint was like the people that the hardest part about the Army, I thought, was like the people. So you either have to get along with them or you have to go away from them. And the get along part I had a hard time with, because once I got up a little bit, I only got to E5 and then got my promotable status taken away because I ran into a platoon sergeant, a captain, and a CO that did not particularly like me too much. So I was already walking on eggshells, and I'll admit it, I fucked up. So they got it gone for me and sent me away back down to Delta Company, which was kind of a blessing in disguise, because I ran into, I'm sure you remember him, Sergeant First Class Powers at the time.
Sure.
Now retired. Loved Paul Powers to death. That guy turned my ass around, showed me a little bit more respect, and rode my ass for about 2-3 months till I got my shit straight. So he was a big deal before I got out.
Got it. So, you know the old saying, you got to make E5 twice to make E6 once, right?
Yeah. But when you get orders to a country you don't want to go to, you just decide to sign that 4187 deck statement to get the hell out.
Right. Hey, I'll be honest with you. I made E5 more than once. I'm just saying.
Yeah, quite a few people do.
I mean,
what was that old saying? You can't get promoted unless you get demoted.
Yes. As a matter of fact, Charles Campbell came onto the show, and he had 7 Article 15s. I'm like, you don't learn good, do you? No, I understand. There's definitely there's a lot of good things in the military, you know that, but there is also some toxic combinations. You get the wrong NCO and the wrong officer put together, and you can just, and I've had to deal with that. I understand what you're saying straight up. I get it.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating, especially when you think like you've been on the right path so far, and then you run into 2 bad personalities that just kind of got it out for you. I don't know if you say the wrong thing or teach the wrong thing, or not really, personalities don't get along too great.
Yeah. And then, of course, you never get good advice. I mean, if you're looking at a company grade, so, if you did, maybe hindsight, and I could be wrong here, but if you looked at it and said, you know what, the captain is not exactly my friend, maybe I'll go ahead and take it up to the next level. Sometimes you can find your way around that leader, but guess what? That was 8 years ago, so I'm not on time to help.
Oh, yeah.
I did it. I got my butt in trouble, and I pushed it all the way to the brigade commander. And by the brigade commander sitting on the non-judicial punishment level, I was actually given a break. He looked at it and he was like, not only am I not busting you, I'm moving you out of this unit. But anyway, not my story.
Well, when you don't have a whole lot of people fighting for you, it's kind of difficult when you're out in the field for a 9-day exercise and this thing happens on day 2 and you still got 7 more days to sit out there, and he personally takes a Humvee back from the field to get all the paperwork done and set before you get back from the field before you can do anything. It's also kind of a bitch.
Yeah, no doubt. Sorry that happened to you. So hopefully you got a funny story, because I like to roll on the floor today. You got something that happened in 6 years. Hopefully, no shit, there I was.
So first deployment, what the hell was it, 2006, 2007? Actually,
is that the Rashadia world? That's not the Triangle of Death. That comes on the next one, right?
Nope, that was Triangle of
Death. I always get the years confused. I was gone too dang much to remember which place I was at which time.
Yep, our first cop was Mahmudiya, and then we went to Yusufia and stayed there until we moved to the power plant up the river. So
just saying those names makes me get tired.
So when we were at the power plant, power plant was 5 stories tall. We had everybody in between. We had all those freaking camo nets hanging so we could actually have lights and shit. So during the day, scout platoon came back from a patrol. I'm carrying the 50 cal up to 5 flights of stairs to get that bitch cleaned. And if anybody's listening who's ever been to the power plant just north of Yusufia, it's not an easy climb. So as I'm walking up the stairs where our Humvees are parked, I see a bunch of guys unloading the Humvees like they normally do. And this is before Humvees had park. So some of the new Humvees had actual park where you didn't have to just put it in neutral and pull the e-brake. So somebody decided to not pull the e-brake on the Humvee.
Oh, boy.
I see one of my platoon members go into the porta shitter. So, old man Blaze sitting in the porta shitter, taking a shit. I don't remember who didn't pull the handbrake for the emergency brake. All of a sudden, we see the Humvee start rolling down the hill. Knocks over all 10 porta shitters. Mr. PBT Blaze in there. Motherfucker comes out of the porta shitter covered in blue. All pissed off, swearing up a storm, comes walking up, says, "Fuck this, I'm done." He didn't do shit for about 10 days.
So it is true. There was the Blue Man Group in Iraq.
Oh, there was.
Okay.
There was. It was just a group of one.
Oh, my. Woo, okay,
That story sort of stinks.
So just imagine coming back from patrol. You're dead ass tired.
Yeah.
All you do is want to take a shit and go to sleep. And now you're covered in fucking blue juice.
Woo, that right there is going to be a VA claim.
I wonder if that was part of the whole burn pit thing.
Now, that's funny right there. I get it. That is funny, and I'm glad it never happened to me.
Oh, saying. Yeah, like I said, I was carrying that 50 cal up the stairs, and I just stopped, laughed, and I watched them turn the porta shitter over, and he rolls out of it, and you just see the blue juice run out of the porta shitter, and he would have turned red if he wasn't so blue.
Sure. So, like I said at the beginning, that's funny. And like I said at the beginning of our chat, this is all about building connections.
Yep.
So if you knew a fellow vet was in a bad place, somebody that's thinking about joining the 22, what would you say, brother? What would you say?
So unfortunately, I did have a brother that joined the 22, and that was very unfortunate.
Sorry about that.
I just wish that they, anybody that was struggling, anybody that was having a hard time, just understands that they are not alone, that they always got somebody to talk to. They got to find somebing to keep them here. Like, there's absolutely nothing that is too traumatic or too detrimental that you can't talk about it with somebody, or you can't find a niche to kind of take it over and just be able to express your feelings and being able to talk to somebody and just kind of work through it step by step. You don't got to take care of it all in one shot. It's a process.
No, that's a good message. It's a good message. I wish people would realize that you made it through something that is incredible. It doesn't matter what the level was. It doesn't matter what it is you made it through. You made it through. Now you come home and stuff feels really, really heavy. But, there's always a phone number you can call. Like, there's the national line, 800-273-8255. There's all kinds of things that we can reach out and talk to people. Sorry for your loss. I myself can relate to how much it's touched my life, and this is not a competition, but I can definitely relate to what you're saying. Too many times. I'm on Facebook. I hang out on a page called Prevent 22, and you see the stories all the time. So, brothers and sisters, we just want you to hang with us. Keep going. You just step up. And, I know sometimes it's such a dark, crazy place. I remember self-medicating and laying in a bathtub with a bottle of Jack Daniels, knowing that just not wanting to be here, but I'm still here. So hopefully reach out to somebody, all right? So thanks for that message, Craig. So what are you doing now? You're out of the Army for the last 8 years. living in Wisconsin, right?
Oh, yeah.
Can't imagine why. Hey, have you ever told the Green Bay Packers they can build a roof? We have the technology. They don't have to be playing out. No, okay.
Why play indoors when you can play outdoor football?
Shrinkage. Only thing I can come up with.
Some shrink more than others.
Okay. So what are you doing now, bro?
So now I am a design engineer at a boat hoist company. Just kind of found a wonderful woman that got me going straight and pushed me through college while she was working, and
Awesome.
got my degree, and now I'm paying it back towards her, and we got a little one that's due here in about 2 months.
Uh-oh.
Just built a house about 2 years ago, so things are going on the straight and narrow and trying to live the best life.
So first child's due in a couple months. That's why there's no gray hair in that beard of yours. See, this is what 6 kids and grandkids look like.
They're there. My wife just goes through and picks them out.
All right. So you're a design engineer at a what?
I'm just going to enjoy being a little bit younger.
Okay. You're a design engineer at what did you say?
The company's called Marine Travel Lift. We design boat hoists for big-ass boats and shuttle lift equipment for heavy machinery and construction equipment.
Wow, very cool. But what do you do on the side?
Coach volleyball. So I'm a youth volleyball club director / coach. So I help run the volleyball program with my wife and another one of our friends. We got 3 locations: Madison, Stevens Point, and Green Bay. 15 teams, 150 girls.
Wow.
Gym's pretty busy, pretty full, and pretty much do that 20 to 30 hours a week.
How's a guy that's only 5'6" coach volleyball?
5'6". 6'4", 270.
Right. Hey, you followed along well there. You're not as silly as you think you are. And I always remembered looking up, going, "What do you want, Kane?" I'm not the shortest guy on the planet, but I swear, once you get over 6'2", it's like, what happened? How did that happen? Well, that's great. 150 kids and coaching volleyball, design, engineer, outstanding. So even though you didn't do 20, look at what you've done in the last 8.
Oh, yeah.
That's good stuff.
I don't know. I just kind of think back, like if I would have stuck out the last 8, I'd only have 5 till retirement. So it's kind of weird to think about.
Well, I got out. I went to basic training in 84. I got out in 93, and for the next 9 years, I went, why did I do that? So when I came back in 02, I'm like, I'm finishing. Even though they tried to medically retire me, I'm like, oh, no, you don't. Anyway, so that's great.
And there's no way I'm thinking, well, maybe I should go back in after redoing the PT test and the numerous uniform changes they keep doing, all that bullshit.
Well, you go back in as an officer now.
I could, but hell no.
With your luck, when you would go back in as a lieutenant, and by the time you made captain and got your command, your old commander would be your battalion commander.
Oh, that'd be bullshit.
You'd be like, holy crap.
Oh, yeah. Not
Great.
happening.
Well, I really can't thank you enough for coming on here and sharing what you've been through and what you dealt with and how successful you've become. Just proving that if you hang in there, give it enough time and enough effort, we can become whatever it is we want to become. The military gave us a little bit of an edge. Good times, bad times. I mean, you had some rough times, I had some rough times, but my hair grows in just fine. So, you just got to hang in there. So again, Craig, I can't tell you thanks enough for coming on to Veterans Rant, Rattle, and Roll.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, Dave. It's
All right, everybody. Again, thanks for supporting Veterans Rant, Rattle, and Roll. We're just trying to share the stories with everybody and build a connection. If you're in a dark place, pick up the phone, call somebody, get on Facebook, look up Veterans Rant, Rattle, and Roll, send me a message. All right, I apologize. If it's 3 a.m, I may not hear the ding go off, but as soon as I do, I'll get on there. All right, so hang in there. 22, stay with us. Stay with us. Don't check out. All right, until the next episode of Veterans Rant, Rattle, and Roll, the Sergeant First Class retired David O. Parker saying, I'm out.